Okay, if you see, this year in 2024, phone launches between 30,000 to 50,000 has been very exciting. Like recently we had Poco F6, Moto H50 Pro, Xiaomi 14CV, everything around the 30 to 50,000 price point. Today we have the Motorola H50 Ultra, and this would be Motorola's first flagship after 2022, and this has a wooden back. Anyone in the comments, have you ever owned Moto X which had a proper wood back? Now, how much does this cost? How does it perform in real life? Well, we'll come to all of that. Let's go. Okay, we get a big box here. Inside you have the wooden back phone, a good lavender fragrance. Now there's a reason for this fragrance. The box is usually made out of paper and cardboard, which leaves a smell if there's moisture inside. So fragrance help. I just read that 5 minutes ago. Moving on, you get a 125 watt fast PD charger, Type-C to Type-C cable, a case, some paperwork, wholesome unboxing experience here. Now camera is something which I really want to test since this is a flagship. But before we get to the camera, here are 3 only interesting things that you need to know about the Motorola H50 Ultra. Starting off with the build and design here. So this here is a wooden finish back, and this is not something new for Motorola. In the past, they did the same with Moto X and now with the Motorola H50 Ultra. And Motorola says that this back has natural wooden fibers, so with time you might see a bit of change in the pattern. Interesting. Also, the box came with this instruction saying keep away the phone from scratches and away from paint, so the back doesn't get discolored. Also, you'll have to keep the phone near the window. Why? So that it gets sunlight and fresh air. On a serious note, the back feels solid. There are 2 other colors. They are made of vegan leather. The side frame here is completely metallic, and this comes in this wood color finishing. Also, the phone feels lighter, like it weighs in around 192 to 193 grams. And the reason for the lighter weight is it has a 4500 milliamp hour battery, and you can fast charge it at 125 watt. It can go 100% in about 20 to 21 minutes. Also, this supports wireless charging, so that's a good one. Kudos, they didn't call it a flagship and skipped wireless charging. It also supports 50 watt wireless charging with Motorola's turbo charger, and you can even wirelessly charge TWS or other smartphones at 10 watt. Now, build and design choices are subjective, but I really like this wooden back design here. I dig it. I dig it. Now, design choice might be subjective, but what isn't subjective is the display here. You get a good display here. Now, by default, the refresh rate is set to auto, and mostly it runs up to 120 Hz only. But if you go to settings and force it to 144 Hz, now the phone will always run at 144 Hz. Plus, the animation of app opening and all now looks very smooth. So see here, I'll have a phone running at 120 Hz, and see here, we'll have the same phone running on 120 Hz and in 144 Hz. And in slow motion, if you see the difference between the 120 and 144 Hz. Also, the display here is not an LTPO display. It keeps refreshing from 60 to 90 to 120 to 144 Hz. And here is something interesting that I noticed. So I'll play this movie called Batman vs Superman here on Netflix, side by side with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. If you see, the movie on the H50 Ultra looks a bit brighter, and the colors also looks better on the Motorola H50 Ultra. Another thing that I noticed is you can play an HDR video on YouTube, and it looks damn good. But on Netflix, if you see, it doesn't support HDR. Maybe Motorola can fix this over a software update. Now, this has 2800 nits of peak brightness. Also, the phone is IP68 water resistance. Even the display has smart water touch, so even if my hands are wet or the display is wet, the touch works perfectly. It doesn't go all crazy. Also, the display comes with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus protection. And you get dual stereo speakers here with Dolby Atmos, so the sound here is... This song is really addictive. Also, I noticed if you use a supported headphone, it also has support for Dolby head tracking. So overall, from display and speaker point of view, it's very solid. Other than having a solid display, it also has a solid software here. It is running on the latest Android 14 based on the new Motorola skin Hello UI. Earlier, Motorola's UI used to be close to stock Android, and many of them used to call it stock Android as well. But this year, with Hello UI, that changes. Like if you see side by side with the Pixel 8 here, the settings page or the notification shade, it doesn't look anywhere close to stock Android. So now Hello UI is a proper Android skin. Now while setting up the phone, you'll get a page here where it says what app would get pre-installed, and it has LinkedIn, Adobe Scan pre-installed. Now, Adobe Scan, there's a reason for it. We'll get to that. But if you don't like these apps, you can easily uninstall the pre-installed apps here. Now, I was checking out the Flipkart page of Motorola H50 Ultra, and it had lots of AI on it. I believe now that even Apple is in AI, it's going to be a trend in smartphones this year, 2024. So, I'll tell you what all useful AI features I found and we used. So, if you go to the wallpaper section, you get this magic canvas, and you can give a prompt here. Let's go crazy. A samurai warrior in black dress, just like Ronin from Marvel Cinematic Universe, with a katana sword in Ultra HD vector art. Oh, that's nice. Let's try another one. A shot of Taj Mahal, a boat ride in Venice. So basically you can generate wallpaper of places you haven't been to ever in life. And I've seen this generate slightly oil paint and moody wallpaper types. And you also get this style sync option. So see here, I'll select this image and it will generate a pattern here from the dress that I'm wearing in the image. Other than that, there is a scan mode where you click a photo of a document, you can directly convert it into PDF via Adobe Scan app. So that's why you have Adobe Scan pre-installed. Now there is also a bunch of AI stuff which we'll see in camera, but before that, Hello UI also has a bunch of features. Like my favorite one is Smart Connect. Now Smart Connect was previously called Ready for PC. Now you can download the Smart Connect app from the Microsoft Store on your Windows laptop, and also now you will need a Google account or a Motorola account to function. Now you can enable cross control here. So see, I can use my laptop's trackpad and keyboard to use my phone. Plus I can even drag and drop files. Like, this looks pretty cool. Another new thing that I spotted here is, see this phone display option here. So if I enable, I get two options. I can either mirror my phone or create a virtual display. So suppose if you have a younger sibling or cousin who always asks for your phone to play game, or in my case, an annoying roommate or flatmate who needs your phone for ordering food and all, you can give him the phone and you can keep using your phone as a virtual display. The only thing about Hello UI is, previously you had peak display, but now there is no always on display option. So if you shake the phone or there is some movement beside, then only you can see the time and notification. There is no always on display option. However, this can be solved by a third-party app. You can do that. Also, you get 3 years of software updates and 4 years of security update with the Edge 50 Ultra here. Other than having a good software, it also has a good performance. You get these specs with the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra, Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. Now you'll see this processor quite a lot in 2024, and Snapdragon and its weird naming scheme. See, if it is a plus, it is better than the previous generation, and if it is a S, it is slightly behind the previous generation. Now in simple words, Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 performance lies somewhere between Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And now we ran the Antutu benchmarking app here, which gives an overall score to the phone's CPU, GPU, RAM, etc. And you got a score around 14.7 lakh, which is good. We also ran the CPU throttling test here. Now if you see, the graph is not so green. I mean, it does get a bit warm in the benchmark, but there's no overheating as such. Also, benchmarks don't define how a phone performs in real life, right?
Right, brother.
Yes. So let's go practical here. We'll copy a 4GB video file from one folder to another, and we'll do this side by side with another phone that also has UFS 4.0 storage. And every single time, if you see here, the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra completes the copying file first. Now, many people edit reels shots on their phone as well. So we have a 4K video here, same on both the phones with added color grade and an overlay. And now we'll export this. The Edge 50 Ultra did it faster, and we did a render multiple times and we got the same exact result. And in terms of gaming, so I'll play COD here, and if you see, you can play the game in medium graphics at ultra frame rate, which means 120 FPS, and the gameplay here is good. And you get game mode here, and then there's also this acoustic option, and if you turn this on, every time when you fire bullets here, see at the curves, these lights come up, like quite trippy. So I played for around 30 to 40 minutes. The gameplay was good here. There was no frame drop or any other issues, and the phone did get warm, but there was no overheating as such. Now we are not sure, but do you guys want to see an overall comparison of smartphones from 40,000 to 50,000, or just camera comparison? Let us know in the comments. We'll be doing it pretty soon. Now coming to the most awaited part, the cameras. So these are the camera specs that you get on the Edge 50 Ultra, and this here is also Pantone validated camera, just like its younger brother Edge 50 Pro. And in the daytime, from the main camera, it takes good pictures. Like the light control is good, the color, skin tone looks very close to natural. Also, if you see here, you have an action mode which clicks picture very fast, and see the pictures we took in this mode, they look so good. And even in low light condition, the camera clicks good pictures. And on the rear camera, you can record in 4K 60 FPS. You also get HDR 10 plus in videos, and the good thing here is, even in 4K 60 FPS, the video stabilization works pretty good, as you can see. Also, you can do macro videos in 4K 60 FPS. In case anyone has been waiting for that. Now you also get 100x AI zoom. Now these are the photos at 0.6x, 30x, 40x, 60x, and even 100x. I would say the photos up to 60x are usable. In ultra wide angle, in daytime, it clicks good picture, and the photo is wide. The color shift is also minimal here. Like, see this picture we clicked via the main camera, and this in ultra wide angle camera. On the front, you get a 50 megapixel autofocus selfie camera, and it clicks good pictures, and you can record in 4K 30 FPS. I mean, like 2024 is going really good. So compared to 2023, the entire Motorola lineup has got good camera upgrades this year. Even this Motorola Edge 50 Ultra takes good photos close to natural colors. So what's the conclusion here? See, Motorola here has got all the basics right. Like the software is feature rich yet quite clean. The premium wooden back design, like The retro thing is back. And most importantly, Motorola has shown a massive improvement in the camera this year. So the Motorola Edge 50 Ultra is available in one variant, the 12GB plus 512GB storage. That's it. And it is priced at 59,999, but you get a 5K instant bank discount and a 5K early bird discount, which makes the effective price around 49,999. This price is for limited time and the sale date is 24th June. But with sales or exchanges, if the price comes down further to 45,000, then at that price, it's an absolute bang for the buck phone. But one area that has to be watched out for Motorola is software updates. Like, their updates take a bit of time to be released, but I hope in 2024 with the Hello UI, Motorola brings a change in the speed of updates provided. So let us know what are your thoughts on this one. And on that note, this is Pri signing off. See you in the next video. Pew, 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 pew.